Has this ever happened to you? Where's my chalk bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab chalks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Ocean needs everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to the World Ninja League Tier 1 World Championships at the Greensboro Coliseum. This is the adult female division in Stage 2. How's it going, guys? My name is Evan Mel, and today we are here with an exciting Stage 2 coming up. Now, in Stage 1, our adult female athletes, they were on fire. We got quite a few clears out of our athletes here, which is always amazing to see. Just hitting that buzzer just feels so good for all of our athletes here. And today we're going to see them on Stage 2, and I'm really excited, especially for some of these obstacles that look really, really, really tough. Now, I want to shout out a few sponsors. First off, I want to shout out DGS. DGS, you'll see their names throughout the entire event. They're responsible for all of these obstacle builds that you will see, not just on this stream, but all of the others. I also want to shout out NinjaWorks. NinjaWorks is responsible for the timers, the leaderboards, the run orders, all of that. So big shout out to Carl and the rest of the NinjaWorks team. And as well as Series 1, the top quality Ninja shoes. And fun fact, they will be giving away a pair of Series 1s to the world champion and discount codes for 2nd and 3rd place. So this is going to be very exciting here. All of our athletes are making their way over to the course, getting ready for a demo very, very soon. Now, if there's one obstacle I'm looking forward to, it's definitely the doorknobs. The doorknob gears, which is the second to last obstacle, definitely looks really tough. It combines clockwork and the doorknob graspers together into this one very challenging obstacle, as well as the tic-tac, which is obstacle 3, where you have to launch up to 3 UFO discs, which is obstacle 4. So a lot of exciting stuff on our Stage 2 course. That's 8 obstacles, Stage 2, and a time limit of 3 minutes, I believe, was the time limit for this course. Now, to remind you guys of our format, so Stage 1 has just wrapped up. Everyone runs Stage 1. Stage 2 takes the top 60% of athletes from Stage 1, and if you cleared, you're automatically moving on. Otherwise, it's first to fastest, just like in the flow course format. And looks like we are about to have our demo come along, and the top 70% of our athletes here will move on to Stage 3. And we start off with some seesaws right there. and then we move over to little bar and cliffs. This tough second obstacle, you have to make that tough transfer over to that third half wheel, trapeze bar over to that tick-tock. You gotta build up a lot of momentum here to try and get to those UFOs. Makes that nice leap right up there. And then you swing along and then hit that dismount. And now we move on to some more holds right here. And you got lâcher to all of these. Building up swing back and forth. Just got to make one more transfer. And does just that. Goes for that dismount. And now there are 3 obstacles left, starting with the guillotines. You can grab onto them anywhere. And we are getting course tested by Megan Budway. Building up some nice momentum here. Does a nice little lâcher. Just got to get that dismount right there. And now onto these. Now this is the obstacle I'm really looking forward to. The doorknob clockwork, as I like to call it. Makes that dismount right there. And then our final obstacle, we have a bunch of toss-ups into these little cliffs. The left side clacks right in. Makes another transfer right there. Then you can just static and go for the buzzer. Excellent runs by Megan Budway and the rest of our testers here today, so I want to give a big shout outs to them. And we are getting underway with our first runner coming right up.
Do you see her? All right. Check on 800 bar. We have a GoPro piece before we're starting.
I think we're good to go.
All right, and our first athlete is coming up to this course right now.
All right.
Her name is Caitlin Clark, not to be confused with the current star rookie for the Indiana Fever
Hit the reset button.
and college basketball legend. And remember, this time limit is 3 minutes.
I know, I gotta get her down here.
Getting a few things underway. And our time limit has been set. Our first runner is about to begin. And we are off and running. Makes it through those teeter towers onto the second obstacle right here. And this athlete is reaching over, getting that transfer right there. Got to get to that trapeze bar. And makes it over to that TikTok. Building up a lot of momentum, getting some chalk while swinging up. Building up a lot of swing right here. Gonna have to go for that jump. Building up some momentum right here. Makes that transfer onto those UFOs right there. Makes that dismount. And now it's time for his little touchbacks right here. Using that trapeze bar to get some momentum. Statics her way through to the first one right there. Going to static to the second one. Lachey's just got to nail that one more Lachey. And then makes that. Just got to get that dismount. And gets it. So next up are the guillotines. Guillotines proven to be pretty tough for our course testers. However, let's see if our athlete here today will be able to take care of it. And I believe this is Brooke Redmond up on the course right now. Making her way through these guillotines right here. Nice static right there. Building up some more swing right here. Goes for the Lachey, doesn't quite get it. Still a great run out of our athlete right here. Which I believe was Brooke Redmond, so big shout outs to her, and she had a fantastic run. Up next is we have one of our Manting Wong, who is out of Hong Kong. We have a lot of Hong Kong athletes here today. And she is ready to getting coached up, ready to take on stage 2. And we just saw those guillotines take out our previous athlete. Let's see if Manting Wong will be able to complete that obstacle as well as get to there. But now, looks like her run is about to get underway. And she is off. First off through those teeter-totters right there. Makes it over. Makes a nice jump up. Hong Kong. A lot of athletes from Hong Kong here today, which was super exciting to see. A lot of them qualified via the Gym E-Fit Games over in Taiwan. Taking some few swings over to get to that TikTok. It does just that. Building up a lot of swing. Going on the side right here. Now switching her technique over to the backside to try and get a 180 jump right here. Building up some momentum right here. Doesn't quite get to the UFOs, but still a great run from Manting Wong. Representing Hong Kong, definitely making it the big trek out here, but comes up just short. Still a great run, nevertheless.
They good to go up on the starting lap.
And our next runner is up on the course.
Oh, bring it back.
Yeah, I told him to watch it. Or he said he would.
Look at that. On to that second obstacle right there. And this is Courtney Moyer on the course right now. Courtney Moyer building up some momentum right here. Gets to that fourth hold right there, that fourth bar. Gets to that trapeze and now has to swing all over to the TikTok. Building up some momentum, going to that backside. Building up a lot of momentum. Is hitting the trapeze bar. Gotta get that jump and does just that, but now she's spinning around. Gonna have to reach over to that second UFO and does just that. Stacking her way over to the landing platform to start those touchbacks right here. Building up swing.
Dad, he's over there if you want.
Building up a lot of swing. Looks like she's gonna lâcher. Looks like she's gonna lâcher here again. Oh, about a minute 20 seconds left on the clock. Nice lâcher right there as well. And then taking an extra swing just to make sure that she gets this lâcher right here. Oh! Looks like she had too much momentum coming down, but still a great run out of Courtney Moyer, making it all the way to stage 2. And our next athlete here today is going to be at the starting line right now out of Modus Ninjas. And that is going to be Liz Edelman is up at the starting line. Liz, once again, out of Modus Ninjas, which is the same gym that is owned by prominent athlete Donovan Matoyer. Starting through those teeter-totters. Going up to that second obstacle right there. Makes her way through onto that trapeze bar. Makes that over to the TikTok. Gonna build up some momentum right here. Uses the trapeze bar to gain a little bit of momentum. Switching her momentum over to the end. Building up a lot of momentum. That trapeze bar is going to take a huge beating from that TikTok. And she makes her way through. Liz Edelman is about to take on that fifth obstacle, the touchbacks. And our athletes can grab the slanted edges of the black hold, like so. Going to swing her way over to that trapeze bar. Staticking. Taking an extra swing. Few extra swings over to that. Over to the hold. And now just got to make one more lache to that very end. And grabs onto it. Just got to get that dismount. And does just that. Now onto the guillotines. Now, none of our athletes have gotten through this so far. Let's see if this will be different. And Liz Edelman is making very quick work of the guillotines right here. About a minute left. Oh, actually a little bit more than a minute left, but she goes down on the guillotines. Still a great run out of Liz Edelman. And a reminder that the time limit is 3 minutes. And Samantha White is up to the starting line. And she is off and running. First through the teeter-totters. Now onto these cliffhangers. Building up some momentum. Now has to do a 180 static over to the bar on the right behind her. And makes it over. Still building up some momentum. Making her way over, showing great endurance on that second obstacle. Trapeze bar over to the TikTok. Now it's going to have to build up a lot of momentum here. Samantha White is pretty tall, so she should have an advantage right here when it comes to reaching for those UFOs. Building up some momentum. Going to make that jump. Looks like she's having a bit of trouble with that TikTok. And she bails out. Bit of a bummer, but still a great run out of Samantha White. And now our next runner is up at the starting line. I believe that is Sam Folsom as her coach. And that is going to be Kat Polader. And she is off through the teeter-totters. Right through those cliffhangers. Gonna have to reach behind her, make that 180 static. Makes it through. Now it gets to that fourth hold right there, that last bar before the trapeze. And gets to that trapeze, swings over to the TikTok. Looking to use the trapeze for some momentum, which is definitely going to be something our athletes need to keep in mind. Building up a lot of momentum right here. Going to go for that jump. Doesn't quite get it. She had the height, didn't have the distance. Still a great run out of Kat. And next up we have Heather Antiquola, wife of Mark the Shark, up at the starting line right now. And she is off through those teeter-totters, making them look very easy. Now, you can use the bars on these first two holds right here. One hand on the bar, one hand on the cliffhanger. I will say that TikTok is going to be a crux point because TikTok transfers are not easy. And speaking of the TikTok, Heather has made her way over. Building up some momentum. She has quite a lot of it. She's going to make that jump and gets it onto that UFO. Just got to get that dismount. Going to try and face. Looks like she's going to try it backwards. But she sticks it. Now we have these touchbacks right here. Just got to hop up onto that trapeze bar and lâcher or even static your way through. And she is choosing the static that first move and the second. But now here's where it's going to get really tough to stack. You might want to consider lâchering right here. And she does, makes that first transition. Only about a minute and 6 seconds left. Doesn't quite get to that final hold, but still a great run out of Heather. And our next runner at the starting line, we have Cécile Nignat out of France, one of our French ninjas. And she is off onto through those seesaws onto these cliffhangers and bars. Using that cliffhanger, gonna have to grab that bar on the other side. Trying to figure out how she wants to grab onto that bar right there. She's gonna switch over to the cliffhanger. She has a ton of momentum. Hanging onto the bar. Still, what great fight out of Cécile right here. Just showcasing a lot of endurance on this obstacle. About a minute 55 seconds left. Really building up that momentum. Gonna go for that reach right there. Doesn't quite get it, but still a great run of Cécile, one of our French athletes here. And up next is Keandra Scott. And she is already off and running through the teeter-totters up to the cliffhangers and bars. Makes that transfer right there, using her wingspan to her advantage.
Let's go, Cora. Pull back.
Kimura Scott onto the TikTok now.
Let's go. You got it, Cora.
Building up a lot of momentum right here.
Cora, one more. Good.
This TikTok proven to be really, really tough for our athletes.
There you go. There you go. Go for it.
Goes for that jump, doesn't quite get it. Still a great run out of Kimura Scott. Showcasing a lot of determination on that TikTok. And our next athlete is on the starting line right now. This is Heather Bersham on the starting line. Now she is going through those seesaws up to the cliffhangers and bars. Makes that reach right over. Looking to do that 180 transfer. 180 static. Building up some momentum right here. Reaches over. Just got to get to that trapeze bar. And dismounts right over to that TikTok. We're going to see a lot of our athletes use that trapeze. To build up some momentum. Heather Bersham going for that jump and gets it. Making her way through, makes that dismount. Like many of our athletes, she's wearing our Series 1. Shout out to Series 1, one of the sponsors of today's events. Top quality shoes for all of your ninja needs. Makes that Lachey. Heather's building up some swing to get to that trapeze bar. These two are big moves right here. Definitely going to be a crux point for our athletes. Heather makes it right there. Only has about a minute left. Oh, and she peels right off a hard fall. But she looks okay. Great job out of Heather Bersham. And we have Emmy Forsberg up at the starting line. And she is ready to roll. Out of Midwest Warrior. Makes that leap over to that cliffhanger. Using the bar side. Gonna make that transfer right here. Makes that nice transfer right there. Oh, looks like she's losing some grip right there. But fights through over to that trapeze bar. Sticks the landing on the TikTok. Now gonna really have to build up her momentum right here to get to those UFOs. Facing forward towards swinging around, makes that transfer and staticking her way through over to that landing platform. Onto our next obstacle, the little touchbacks. Bit of a Lachey lane for our athletes here. And Emmy is building up some momentum. Staticking her way up to that first hold right there. Now there's another trapeze right here. Statics her way to that as well. Looks like her momentum is going a bit diagonal. Looks like she fixed it. Makes that transfer. There's about a minute left. Building up a lot of momentum right here. Gets a little too high on her swing. It comes down. What a great run out of Emmy right here. And up next is Jenny Julata. Kenny Culata. And she is up at the starting line. And she is off and running. And up to the cliffhanger and bar. Swinging. Building some momentum to static her way through. Reaches back to that bar, the little 180. Definitely one of the easier moves on this course, but this course is very, very tough. Our athletes here have been struggling. A bit of a different story from stage 1. Makes her way over to that TikTok. Building up some momentum right here. She has a determined look on her face going into that TikTok. Building up a lot of momentum right here. Facing a little closer. That trapeze bar is taking a beating from that TikTok. Our athletes building up a lot of momentum here. And Jenny makes that dismount. About half of her time has elapsed, a little bit more than half. Getting some shot courtesy of her coach. Makes that jump up to that trapeze bar. Going to static her way through. Kind of like a static lache. Gonna static to that trapeze bar. Building up some momentum right here. About 53 seconds left. Makes that transfer. Just gotta make that transfer over to that last hold right here. Doesn't quite get it. She peels right off, but still a great run out of Jenny. Amazing work right here. Heading back over, we have Jessica Hogan on the starting line. And she is off to the races. Using that cliffhanger. And remember, the top 70% of athletes will move on to stage 3. But of course, I know these athletes want that buzzer at the end of the course. And look at that, she is already on obstacle 3. Jessica Hogan building up some momentum. And still, that trapeze bar, she had one hand up on that UFO, but doesn't quite grab it. Still a great run at Jessica. And up next to the starting line is Theodora Dimso. Theodora Diminzo is off on those seesaws, now onto these cliffhangers with bars. Building up some momentum. Looked like she wanted to static right there, wanted to get another extra swing. Misses the static, but gets right back on track using just the bar side. Swings her way over. Makes that dismount. Does not use the trapeze bar like we've seen a lot of our other athletes do. Looks like she's about to go for that UFO transfer. Right. Taking a few extra swings. Just gotta make that jump over there. It's still that trapeze bar. Building up a lot of momentum right here. Lots of momentum right here. And still that trapeze bar makes that transfer. But this course is still not done yet. They're not pulling any punches. Makes her way over to the dismount, almost slips off. Onto our Lachele with the touchbacks. And she's off on the that first trapeze bar. Makes that lache over to that first of the touchback holds. Makes that lache about a minute left. Got 2 more laches right here. Building up some momentum. Lots of momentum right here. And coach is there to protect her fall. And still a great run out of Theodora right here. Definitely showed a lot of fight and determination on that TikTok. And Becca Marglias is off. None of those even tilted, which was very nice. Out of Life Force Ninja. Life Force Ninja, one of the premier ninja gyms over in this Washington area. Gonna make that dismount onto that TikTok. Building up some momentum right here, going on a sideways approach. Lots of momentum right here, makes that transfer. Now gonna static her way through these UFOs and makes that dismount. And she's pumped, she's smiling. But now she's getting serious again as it's time for these laches. About 1:55 left. Makes another lache right here. But these two are going to be really tough, especially on the grip. Makes that first one. Gonna take a few extra swings to get. Almost gets it, comes up just short. Still a great run out of Becca. And I know she's very, very happy with that run. And look at her, she's still smiling. But right now on the course, we have Megan Miller, out, one of our Canadian ninjas here today. Canada has had a huge presence. I've witnessed a lot of the mature kids female division. In stage 1, they had quite a bit of Canadian athletes. And Megan is another one of them. Making her way through, staticking her way all over to the TikTok. Using that trapeze bar. Building up some momentum right here. And that trapeze bar just went up a good 2 feet right there. And Megan Miller makes that transfer over to those UFOs. Just gotta stick that dismount. And she's onto this crux point as the 5th obstacle. Makes that transfer. Makes that next transfer. Now these two have been really tough, especially that last lache to complete the obstacle. Lots of momentum right here. Makes that jump. Fixing her hand placement. Build up just even more momentum right here. Goes for the transfer, doesn't quite get it, peels right off, but still a great run on Megan Miller. Up next is Winella Severant, one of our French athletes. Another one of our French athletes here. And she is ready to rock. And is off and running over through the seesaws. France had a huge presence at Worlds last year. at the World Championships, and this year has proven to be absolutely no different. Many talented French athletes here at the World Ninja League Championships. Makes that transfer. Dismount onto that TikTok. And of course, all these obstacles have been provided by DGS, so big shout outs to them for all of their obstacles. And lots of momentum right here. Building up a lot of momentum right here. Makes that transfer. And statics right through those UFOs. Just got to make that dismount right there. But she looks spent, and she is about halfway through this tough course, including a crux point right here, that being these lâché lanes with the touchback holds. Taking some time to catch her breath. And she's off. Looking to get a bit of a resurgence in her energy. Keeping her legs forward on her lâchés to keep some of that forward momentum. Just got to get this really tough transfer right here. Taking an extra swing. Makes it! Just got to get that dismount. Only about a minute left. Now she's on to the guillotines. Now, none of our athletes have made it through this time. Would now be the first. Shaking out her arms. Kicking in the afterburners on that tough crux point fifth obstacle. But now it's time for the guillotines. She's going to static her way through. Now here's the tough one right here. Doesn't quite get that transfer, but still a great run, showcasing great fight out of Guanella. Very, very exciting run that we just saw here. And up next we have Rhea Richardson up at the starting line. And she is off. Taking a slower approach through those seesaws. Focusing her momentum over to that bar. Using a backwards grab on the cliffhangers, but it worked for her. And in fact, I wonder if that will be a sense of beta for our athletes here. Building up some momentum here on this TikTok. Makes a nice jump out. Needed every little bit of her arms right there. And now she's onto this tough crux point that we just saw our previous athlete beat. Going to static her way through these first few holds right here, but these next two are the really tough ones. These are going to be the lâchés. Building up some momentum. Goes for that first one and gets it. About a minute 37 seconds left. Building up some additional momentum. Makes that transfer. That's our second athlete in a row to beat this obstacle. And she's pumped. I would be too if I completed a tough obstacle like this. Shaking out her arms right before the guillotines. Now this obstacle has been really tough. None of our athletes have been able to beat it so far. Let's see if Rhea will be the first one. Reaches over. Static through those first couple, but this one's really tough. You're really going to have to either extend or you're just going to have to lâché. She had the finger placement in there, but unfortunately just didn't hang on. Still a great run out of Rhea right there. And Eileen Roshner is up on the starting line. And she is off onto those seesaws. Making quick work of those. Onto the cliffhanger and bars. Let's see. Doesn't even use the cliffhanger to get to that other side, but now she's onto that trapeze bar just to make that transfer over to the TikTok, and does just that. Building up some momentum here. Now I have to wonder, like, how much are our athletes psyching ourselves out on that TikTok, because we're getting a ton of momentum, but that's not the case for Eileen as she makes her way over to these laches. Hangs on to that first trapeze bar. Let's see, she's going to static her way through these first few moves. About 2 minutes left on the clock. Going to make that jump right there. Makes that transfer right there. Building up some momentum right here. Looks like she got through. And now she's onto the guillotine. She's going to make her way through. About 1 minute 15 seconds left. She's going to have to make a lache right here, a tough lache. None of our athletes have gotten this so far. Looks like she was trying to static her way through it, but goes down, but still a great run of Eileen right here. And up next is Nikki Desimond, wearing the Spider Punk shirt. And starting off on those seesaws. The seesaw has proven to be no issue for our athletes here. Using just the cliffhanger side, but switches over to the bar on that second transfer. Makes that transfer right there. Gonna static right here over to that bar. Now down onto the trapeze bar. Building up some momentum right here. Makes that transfer. Sticks the landing. Now into that tough crux point. Makes that transfer right there. Reaches over. Just gotta make these two laches right here. Doesn't get it, but still a great run out of Nikki. Showcasing some great fight, some good technique on those early obstacles. And our next runner, this is actually Brooke Redmond up here at the starting line. And now she is up and running on the course. Using those bars to her advantage, as well as the cliffhanger. Reaches over. Through those bars. Now just got to grab onto that trapeze. and swing her way through. Now, building up some great momentum, Brooke Redmond does an even tougher transfer and gets through it. Sticks that dismount, about 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Makes that first lache over to that first touchback. Makes the second lache over to the trapeze bar. Building up some momentum right here. And now this big lache right here that's been proven to be very tough for our athletes. But Brooke Redmond makes it through. Just got to get that dismount. And she has about 1:35 seconds left as she starts the guillotines. And now none of our athletes have made it through just yet. Let's see if Brooke will be the first. Building up some momentum. Now, this is the tough one right here. You're either going to have to really stretch out for a lache, but Brooke doesn't quite get it, but still a great run. And up next, we got a Joe Moravsky Don't Quit shirt up at the starting line, and this is out of Liba Zucker, all chalked up, and she is off. Using the cliffhangers, making some quick statics in there, and notice that she's listening to some music. I wonder what she could be listening to. Maybe some Master of Puppets, or maybe some Eminem. We might never know. Goes for that transfer, but doesn't quite make it. But still, Liba Zucker showcasing some great technique on that second obstacle right there that I hope our athletes take notice of. And Anna Edwards is up at the starting line. And she is moving very quickly through those seesaws. Statics her way through. Out of Next Level Ninja. Makes that transfer over to that TikTok.
You got it, Anna.
Building up a lot of momentum right here. And again, that trapeze bar taking a beating. Bit of a hard fall right there, but still a great run out of Anna Edwards. Built up some strong momentum early on. And she's up onto those cliffhangers right now. And makes her way through onto the TikTok. Building up some momentum right here. And this is Stephanie Warwick up on the course right now. She just got through that TikTok and makes that dismount. Gonna make that static over. Makes that transfer right there. Then build up some momentum. And those laches, looks like they've been figured out by our athletes here. And now we're on to those guillotines, which have been very tough. None of our athletes have been able to get through them so far. But let's see if Stephanie will be the first. And remember, there's that tough transfer over to that last guillotine that none of our athletes have gotten, but Stephanie gets it. Just got to get that dismount. And now she's the first one to try out this doorknob clockwork. And she has some great time here. Has about a minute and 3 seconds left. Just got to get that dismount. And she's on to the final obstacle of stage 2. We got a few toss-ups and a few cliffhangers. Statics her way over. Oh, comes up just short on the Lachey, but that is going to place her in first place, I believe. But up next, we have one of our Dexterity Depot ninjas coming right up. And this is Sarah McCurdy making her way through. Another athlete wearing Series 1. So big shout outs to Series 1, one of our sponsors of today's event. And big shout outs to DGS, who you'll see a lot of these obstacles being used from. And last but certainly not least, big shout outs to Carl and the teams over at NinjaWorks for providing not only the timers, but also the run orders and leaderboards that you will see on screen. Makes that dismount. Onto that tough, which has proven to be a bit of a crux point, Sarah McCurdy. Statics that first move, but Lachey's the second one. Makes another Lachey. Got one more Lachey to make and does just that. A bit over a minute of her time has passed through. Almost slides off the landing platform. But now she's onto the guillotines. Going to make that jump right up. Swinging her way over. Using the outside of that guillotine, but now here's the tough one. Only our previous runner, Stephanie, was able to get this, and Sarah comes up just short. Looks like she wanted to try and swing a different way over, but doesn't quite get it, but still a great run at Sarah McCurdy. And our next runner at the starting line is Isabella Draper. Out of St. Louis Ninjas. And make that jump up.
Johnson.
And then makes that swing over to that second bar, using her right hand as the cliffhanger, switching to just the cliffhanger to make that transfer over to that bar. Just makes that transfer over to that trapeze bar. Now building up some momentum right here. Building up some additional momentum. Makes that transfer and stacking her way through these UFOs. Makes that dismount onto the Lachey lanes with these touchbacks. Statics her way over to that first hold, and then statics right over to that second trapeze bar. Gonna build up a big swing right here over to that first hold and gets it. But now this one is even tougher. Building up some big swings right here. Goes for it and grabs, hangs on, makes that dismount. About a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. Looking at the nice static through the guillotines so far. But now this one right here, you're going to have to make a lache right here, which is going to be really, really tough. Tries to static it. Doesn't quite have the reach. And then she just peels right off, but still a great run that we have seen at Isabel Draper. And our next runner is at the starting line.
TikTok. Adding mats. Causing balls of TikTok.
For those of you just tuning in, welcome to the World Ninja League Tier 1 World Championships over at the Greensboro Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am Evan Mell, and this is Adult Female Division Stage 2.
They're putting bigger.
Yeah. Looks like we're getting some mats changed around. And I want to take this opportunity to shout out DGS. DGS is the sponsor of one of our sponsors of this fine event here. All these obstacles, I should say, they have been designed or built by DGS themselves. High quality stuff. And then also a big shout out to NinjaWorks. NinjaWorks provides the run orders, leaderboards, and the timer that you will see on screen, as well as some athlete profiles, such as their names, the country they are from, and their hometown. And of course, another shout out to Series 1, another one of our sponsors, providing ninjas some great shoes for ninja competitions. And they will be, and the world champion of this, the world champions will get a free pair of Series 1 shoes. They're giving them away, and they will give away discount codes to the to second and third place as well. And to remind you guys of our format, we have all of these courses are flow courses, so furthest to fastest. The top 60% from stage 1 advance to stage 2. This is stage 2. And then the top 70% from stage 2 will move on to stage 3. And Hannah Johnson is up at the starting line. Getting ready to take on the course. Getting a few more mats in here. Definitely want to make things safe for our athletes here. The crowd around stage 2 is getting pretty electric. There's a lot of people over here, which just showcase just how much not only the sport is growing in popularity, but in participation as well, where we see plenty of athletes in other age divisions coming to watch their friends, or even your family coming to see you. And of course, if you guys are watching on stream, guys get a big shout out as well. Looks like we are about to get underway fairly soon. Rearranging the mats around.
No, they widened it so they could pick up was
Big shout outs to our staff here at the World Ninja League for coming, for fixing up the mats on the fly. Definitely takes a lot of hard work as Hannah Johnston is about to start her run through those seesaws up to now the chalk-covered cliffhangers and bars up on the second obstacle right here. Reaching her way through. Just gotta get to that lache bar, not that lache bar, the trapeze bar, and onto the TikTok. Now, TikToks can be pretty scary as someone who has tried one in the past. But they're a lot of fun, and I know our athletes are having a lot of fun. Just like Hannah is making that transfer over to those UFOs.
probably be
Just gotta get that dismount. Swinging back and forth, gonna static her way over to that first hold, the little touchback. Now these two, you're gonna have to go for big laches right here, and gets that first one. Just gotta get to that second one right here, and does. Oh! She peels right off. It looked like she had it, but just couldn't hang on. Still a great run out of Hannah Johnston. And up next on the course, we have Nicole Van Dort up at the starting line. Ready to take on this course. Right through those seesaws. Does a nice 180 transfer, 180 static. Nice swing over to the TikTok right there. Building up some momentum. Makes it over to that tough fifth obstacle, the lache lanes. Gonna static her way through. Making quick work. Building up a lot of swing. And Nicole Van Dort with about a bit less than 2 minutes left onto the guillotines. Now, only one of our athletes have gotten through the guillotines so far. Let's see if Nicole can be the second. She's building up a lot of swing, though it looks like she's going a bit side to side. Doesn't quite hang on, but still. Great run out of Nicole Van Dort, showcasing a lot of power through her swings, especially on that fifth obstacle. And up next, we have a German ninja, German athlete up at the starting line. That is Hannah Nies. And she is off and running. Germany has also had a big presence at the World Ninja League Championships in the past, and this year is definitely no different. It's one of my favorite aspects of Ninja is just how far our athletes come out to watch, how far our athletes travel just to take on these courses. Makes that transfer right there. Makes that dismount. Now onto these Lachey lanes, which have been really, really tough. Let's see if Hannah will be one of, makes that transfer right there. Makes another quick pop Lachey.
Thank you.
Nice Lachey right there. Building up some additional momentum. Gets that transfer. Going to make that dismount right there. That's about 1:50 seconds left onto the guillotines. And remember, only one of our athletes have gotten through this so far. Making her way through. Gonna have to make that transfer right here. Now this one is very tough. Only one of our athletes got it, and now Hannah gets it. Only one of our athletes have made it through, so she is guaranteed at least second place just by clearing the guillotines. Now climbing up those doorknob clockwork. And is going for that dismount. There's about a minute left, so get some chalk. And she's off. Going with a static on that first toss-up. Gonna make this Lachey right here. Makes it! Now has the Lachey to that cliffhanger. Only 30 seconds left. This is uncharted territory. 20 seconds left. Statics her way over. We almost have a stage 2 clear. No! Looks like her grip just gave out, but still a great run out of Hannah Meese. She should be very proud of that run. Had everyone on the edge of their seats right there. And our next runner is Aishel Valentino. Off and running.
He is.
Through those bars, the cliffhangers and bars. Making her way through static. Stretching her way through onto that trapeze bar. Makes that dismount onto that TikTok. Now, TikTok has not been much of a challenge for our athletes right here. Makes that jump. And she's smiling, she's happy. She's skipping her way through these UFOs. Statics through the last one. And Aishel making that first Lachey. Makes another Lachey right there. There's about 1:46 seconds left. Makes another Lachey right there. Building up a lot of momentum. Getting some chalk right before the guillotines. Now we just saw Hannah Meese make it through this very tough obstacle. And she was only one of 2 to make it through. Let's see if Aishel will be the third to take down this brutal obstacle. A brutal obstacle with a brutal name. Building up some momentum right here. Goes for that wrap, doesn't quite get it. But still a great run out of Aishel Valentino. And our next runner is at the starting line. And that is going to be Callie Johnson. She's ready to take down this course. And she's off on those seesaws. Oh! A little bit of a stumble there. But now she's getting into the zone. Staticking her way through. Onto the TikTok. Now going to have to build up some big swing right here. A lot of momentum right here. And again, that trapeze bar is taking a beating. Went up like a good 18 inches right there. Callie's facing forward, gets that grab. Just gotta land right there, shaking out her arms, getting some chalk. Now we have this tough obstacle right here, which has proven to be a crux point for our earlier athletes. But our later athletes have been starting to figure it out. Let's see if Callie Johnson will be one of them. Makes that transfer over to that second touchback and gets to that third, pops right over. Now onto the guillotines. Now this guillotines have been a very tough crux point for our athletes. Getting some chalk, really shaken out. Building up some momentum right here. Gonna static her way through these first few. And then, oh, looks like she tried to skip that last guillotine, but comes up just short. Still a great run at Callie Johnson. And our next runner is at the starting line, and that will be Allison Ropp. And she is off. And she is another one of our Canadian athletes here today. Canada having a very, very positive presence, and a very big presence at that. A big and positive presence, if you will, at the World Championships here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And Allison onto the TikTok right there. Building up some momentum. Makes that grab. It looked like she was about to peel off, but she hangs on and gets through these UFOs. Just got to get that dismount. Now going for this Lachey lane right here. Makes that transfer over to that first one. Going with the Lacheys right here, you've seen some of our athletes static. Nice Lachey right there. And Allison Ropp is now onto the guillotines right now. Just got to make this transfer right here. Doesn't quite get it, but still a great run of Allison Ropp.
Yes.
And our next runner is at the starting line, and this is Sloan Cameron, just wearing the ninja period shirt. And she's ready to rock and roll. Onto those cliffhangers right there. And the crowd around stage 2 has got really big. all of our athletes showing support, which is amazing to see. Building up some momentum on that TikTok right there.
Thank you.
Makes that transfer. Going backwards, makes that transfer over to that third UFO, and then a one-hand dismount onto our tough Lachey lanes with the touchbacks. Building up some momentum right here. Statics her way through. Makes that leap right up. Sloane Cameron makes that transfer. And then makes that dismount right there. Oh! Oh! Oh. And looks like she is in pain after that dismount. Oh. That's definitely an athlete's worst nightmare, but she's getting chalked. She's going to continue through. You might need to listen to your body right here. Oh, yep, she's getting off the course. That dismount really must have done something to her knee. Very unfortunate to see it, and I really hope she feels better. And our next runner at the starting line is someone who needs absolutely no introduction to anyone in the sport. This is Michelle Warnke, a seasoned ninja, if I do say so myself. She's been around for as long as I can remember. But now she's on to the second obstacle right here. And she's making quick work of this adult course so far. Michelle Warnke, Burma, still having a ton of, building up some momentum right here. Going to dismount off that TikTok. Does just that. Makes that dismount. Now we just got a few Lachays right here. Michelle Warnke, one of the owners at Movement Lab Ohio. Big shout outs to that gym. Makes that transfer over. Just got to make another transfer over to that final hold right there. And does just that. Just got to make that dismount. And now there are 3 obstacles standing between her and a full course clear. And the first of these is the guillotines, which not many of our athletes have made it through today. But if anyone can do it, it's Michelle Warnke. Building up some swing, looking to make that Lachey over, and does just that. She's just the third athlete that will make her way through the tough guillotines. Now we have 2 obstacles left with a minute left. Starting with this doorknob clock hold. Going to try and reach up to that doorknob, gets it. And it makes that dismount. He only has about 37 seconds left. She's still smiling, has the tongue out. Is this Michael Jordan we're watching? No, this is Michelle Warnke. Going to static, doesn't quite get it, but still a great run at Michelle Warnke. making it all the way to the last obstacle. And next up, we have Muriel McKissick going through that first obstacle right away. Sacking her way through these cliffhangers. Building up some momentum on this TikTok right here. And that trapeze bar just went up about like 2 feet. But now Miriam is now onto the Lachey lanes with about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Sacking way through these first couple of holds. Gonna try and Lachey. Makes that first Lachey. Now gotta get that second one right here. And does just that. Makes that dismount. Getting some chalk courtesy of her coach. And swinging her way through the guillotines. But now only 3 of our athletes have made it through this tough transfer right here. Let's see if Miriam can be the 4th. Her hand placement was right there, but just couldn't hang on. Still a great run out of Miriam McKissick. And up next at the starting line, the crowd is going crazy for Olivia Keys and her coach, none other than Lucas Reale. And she is off. I gotta say, this crowd here is absolutely electric. And I'm sure everyone on stream right now is having the same amount of goosebumps that I am, along with the rest of our team here at the World Ninja League World Championships and our athletes here today. Makes that transfer. Doesn't even take a rest. About 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. And to make that transfer right here, has a ton of momentum. Olivia Keys putting up a clinic right now. 2 minutes left with only 3 obstacles. Getting some chalk courtesy of Coach Lucas Reale. Onto the guillotines, which have been very, very tough.
You got it. Come on. There it is.
Gonna make that transfer right there. Gets it. Goes on the outside. Nails that dismount. Only 2 obstacles standing between her and a full course clear. Going through these doorknobs right here. This doorknob clockwork. Makes that dismount. Has about a minute 20 seconds left. Stretching her hands out. Taking some time to catch her breath. She's got a ton of time left. She's making great work of this course. Just 1 obstacle standing away between her and the full course clear. Getting some chalk. 50 seconds left. And she is up onto that trapeze bar. Come on, Olivia. Stacks her way through that first board. Makes that transfer. 30 seconds left. Transfer's over. Next toss up. 20 seconds left. Just gotta make that transfer up. No! a great fight out of Olivia Keys. Despite no buzzer, she's very happy. She's getting so much love right now. Fantastic run out of Olivia Keys. And Callie Redmond is up on the course now. Building up some momentum right here. Callie is our third to last runner here on stage 2. Gonna make her way over to that TikTok. Build up her momentum. Makes that jump over. And then makes that dismount. And I gotta say, big shout outs to everyone involved with this amazing event. Whether you be watching at home on the live stream, whether you're here in Greensboro right now, or if you're helping out with the event, if you're competing, if you're doing all the little things to have this event run smoothly, big shout outs to each of you guys. As Callie Redmond is on the guillotines right now. Now here's that tough transfer that we just saw Olivia Keys got, but Callie Redmond doesn't quite get it, but still a great run. We've been seeing so many great runs. And our next athlete is pumping up the crowd. This is Daniela Blanchard, being coached by Darian Bennett, wearing the Goku pants and literally a bucket of chalk. Filming her way through. And Daniela is also having some slap chalks on her. Joseph Rouse, that's his brand of chalks. Basically slap your leg and you get some chalk. And Daniela is our second to last runner, and she's making quick work of this course so far. 30 seconds into her run. Oh, almost slides off. A little bit of a scare, but she's laughing it off, as is Coach Darian Bennett. Makes that Lachey over. And makes the second Lachey over. And we have another athlete listening to some music. I know there's a bunch of songs that I would listen to, but right now, she's on the guillotine and staticking her way through. But down there's this tough transfer right here that she gets. Gonna go for that dismount right here. About a minute and a half left on her time. Onto the doorknob clockwork right here. One-handing it, makes the dismount. About a minute, 15 seconds left. One final obstacle. Getting some chalk. And I know all of these athletes are on the edge of their seats. Reaches over. Daniela Blanchard makes the Lachey. Look at that. Oh, you're okay, you're okay. Come on, Daniela. Only 2 more Lachays to go. Hanging on tight. Make that dismount. Just gotta go for the dismount. We have a full court clear on stage 2. Our second to last runner, Daniela Blanchard. Get that full course clear and clear stage 2. What a great run. And our last runner is coming up, and this is none other than Taylor Johnson. He's being coached by Lucas Reale. Taylor Johnson, commonly referred to as Tej, a very experienced ninja, very talented, and showcasing that on stage 2 right here. Makes that dismount, going straight into, going to stack through, goes for that quick pop. And take an extra swing before this pop and gets that. Taylor Johnson just saw Daniela Blanchard clear stage 2, and she's looking to do the same. A minute 55 left as she begins the guillotines. Tej just got to make this tough Lachey over to this last guillotine. She goes for it and nails it. Gets that dismount. A minute 30 left as she begins the final 2 obstacles, starting with this doorknob clockwork right here. Makes that dismount right there. About a minute and 12 seconds left. Now going down to a minute as she gets some chalk. Are we about to see another full course clear? 55 seconds left, stretching out her arms and her hands. And with about 45 seconds left, she's off. Taylor Johnson makes that jump right there. Makes that. She's got about 25 seconds left. Gotta lock it in. Make that leap. Just gotta get that dismount. And we had stage 2 with 2 clears back to back. Taylor Johnson and Daniela Blanchard. That is going to wrap up stage 2. We end with our top 2, our 2 full course clears. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you guys later with stage 3. And this is Evan Mell.